Alright, so, I really don't like doing this stuff, but, it's the 7th season of this league, and it's time we start taking things seriously. Most of us, I'm pretty sure all of us are now legally adults, except, only like 2 of us act like it half the time. Yeah, I figured we might as well start taking things seriously. So, I dressed up for the occasion, obviously. I put on my good blazer. It's time to talk predictions, baby. Or, power ranking. God! Actually do this. Oh, God, it's so hot in there. You don't understand how fucking hot it actually is in there. It's really hot. It, doesn't even fucking matter. I should probably take this off, too. So, we are in season, I think this is 7 or 8. I'm not entirely too sure. I think it's actually 5. No, it's 6. I don't know. Point is, last season was really weird. I think it was the first season with Brandon and Nick. So, congratulations, you two. Nick, you didn't beat me once. I don't know how you should feel about that, considering you're still terrible at this, but whatever. The point is we are now in season 7, as obviously showcased by this. I'm taking it very seriously, making these power rankings and doing this. And so yeah, we got to do the power rankings. And for so long, I've always just kind of tried to make it this super over the top budget of a show, but in reality, I could just record a video and just something stupid like that, and it would take 5 minutes. So that's what's happening this year. I'm not going over the top. I'm not going crazy. I'm going to be simply just candid, because I got shit to do. I'm an adult now, so I can't deal with this shit weekly. Well, I could just make this really easy and just go off the rankings and say 1 is Aaron, 2 is me, 3 is Brandon. No. 4 is Chris, 5 is Jack something. 6 is Ethan, I think. 7 is Lance. 8 is Jack, I think. 9 is... I don't remember a lot of your names or your team names. And then 10 is Nick. But that would be way too easy. And I got to put some effort into this, because if I don't, everybody's going to get mad that I didn't put effort into this. So let's actually take a look at each team individually. And I'm not going to make a prediction of where I think you'll land. I'm just going to go one by one at each team and see how you'll do. So there. Accept that is what's going to be happening. Let's start. So I got my team first. I'm going to go matchup by matchup. So I'll do me and Lance in this one. And my team's looking pretty solid. I got DeAndre Swift and Saquon Barkley. So if his knee doesn't explode for the 3rd straight year, I'll probably be okay. Cooper Kupp, not bad. Deontay Johnson, pretty good. Darren Waller apparently hasn't played all preseason, so that could only go well. And then I have Bateman, the Ravens defense, and Justin Tucker, because I can't help myself. I also drafted the dude who got shot, so we're going to have to see how that goes. And then we have, of course, Mr. Lance and his team. He has Lamar Jackson, James Conner, Antonio Gibson, Justin Jefferson, Marcus Brown, Mark Andrews, Allen Robinson, the Broncos defense, and Will Lutz. So nuts out for Lutz, week 1. And then, of course, he also has a running back core of James Conner and Antonio Gibson. That's going to go well this season. I mean, the receiver core is pretty good. I don't know how to feel about Marcus Brown after DeAndre comes back, but I think Lance did pick up DeAndre. I'm pretty sure he did. Did he pick up DeAndre? He did pick up DeAndre. Okay, so he's got that base covered. So if he could just tread water till he comes back, and Traylon Burks turns out pretty good. I don't know who the fuck Sky Moore is, but he might be good. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, there's the first matchup, and we'll go one by one. I moved the camera for a 3rd time. We're doing action cam, baby. So we also have Jack versus Chris. So these are the 2 people who have somehow won a title before Ethan, Sam, and everybody else in the league, besides me, Lance, and George. Jack drafted not a bad team. Austin Eckler and Aaron Jones is a good running back core. CeeDee Lamb and Amari St. Brown could be pretty good. Don't know about Cole Kmet. Zeke at the flex is a pretty big flex, actually, because if Zeke turns out to be not bad and actually plays his potential, that's a really good running back core. Easily the best in the league, I think, at the start of the season. His wide receiver core is a little suspect. He's got Mike Williams and Michael Thomas, which could be good. It depends on Michael Thomas is playing. He's got Jameis Winston and Dak Prescott. So if you're looking for any more of a coin flip of a quarterback room, you probably can't find it, considering you're either going to get both of them throw 4 picks in a week each, or they're going to go off for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns. So have fun with that. And then Chris has Justin Herbert. I like that. I like Najee Harris and Dalvin Cook. A.J. Brown's pretty good. Michael Pittman's pretty good. Hawkinson's good. Sutton's good. He's got a pretty good receiver core and a pretty decent running back room. He got James Cook, which I thought I told Lance to get, but he refused to. So, just like most things in life, Lance doesn't listen to anybody with sensible logic because he does whatever he wants. And then we have George and Sam. The Acker Bowl will kick us off week 1. So if anybody wants to see an insufferable family be even more insufferable, just watch these games closely. We have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback for George, which is pretty good. And then the running back core is Cam Akers and Travis Etienne, a person who hasn't played a single down of NFL football and tore his fucking knee last year. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs is pretty good. Kyle Pitts is good as well. Elijah Mitchell, I don't even know if Elijah Mitchell is going to be the running back by week 2 for the 49ers. Nick could probably answer that question, but I won't care to listen. So he basically drafted, in case anybody's wondering, he's drafted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide receivers. So when you need a replacement running back or tight end or just anything else, I wish you the best of luck, George. And Sam actually drafted a pretty decent team. Got J.K. Dobbins, that's a nice pick. T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, and Derrick Henry. Aaron Rodgers at quarterback's not bad. Ertz is a little older, so that might not pan out well. And Terry McLaurin has a fucking cripple throwing for him, so I don't know how that's going to work for him. He does have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who could be a nice bounce-back candidate. He's got Matthew Stafford, but his arm has arthritis, so that's about as useful as Sam is when talking to women. And then, of course, you have Brandon McManus as kicker. I haven't talked about the kickers at all, so I'm sorry for ignoring kickers. Kickers are people, too. Don't forget that. And Brandon McManus is pretty good. He plays in Denver, so he's got a chance to hit a long field goal. So not a bad pick, honestly. We got Nick and Brandon facing week 1, so the Lance Dick Riding Bowl is going to be kicking us off there, too. We have Kyler Murray with Nick's team, Nick Chubb and Josh Jacobs. I like Nick Chubb a lot because he's actually going to have a lot more running numbers, because the fact that Deshaun Watson did things, he will not be playing the first 11 weeks. Josh Jacobs, I don't know why they didn't give him or extend his option. He's not bad. I think the Raiders are just kind of stupid. Deebo Samuel is a great pick. He's got a chance to be a lot of stuff. He might just stay receiving though. That he said he wants to do that. I like Kelsey. I like Cooks. Lockett is kind of an interesting flex option, as we've seen when there's no Russell Wilson. Tyler Lockett kind of doesn't get a lot of reps, but we'll see what happens. Christian Kirk's not a bad pick. Russell Wilson is not a bad backup quarterback. Honestly, he could be your starter, because I think by week 10, Call of Duty will be out, and Kyler Murray won't want to do anything. Overall, great team. He has Kirk Cousins as well, but we're just going to ignore that. Brandon, you've got Joe Burrow. That's pretty good. Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette, not bad. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So you drafted both of the receivers of a quarterback who's a lefty and has already had a plentiful amount of accusations he can't throw the ball more than 20 yards. So I wish you the best of luck. Your backup running backs, wide receivers are Chris Godwin, Jacoby Myers, and Tyler Boyd. And all of those guys are at best number 2 receivers, and 2 of them are number 3 receivers. So if it's any consolation, you aren't as bad as Jack. So, I mean, there's something. Then we get to Aaron and Ethan, or as I like to call this, 2 people who really should have won a fantasy football title at this point and just refused to, based on pure asshattery or just lack of skill. We have Ethan's team, or Aaron's team, and honestly, Aaron, if you don't win with this fucking team, I think you should just quit the league. You got Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Javonte Williams, Keenan Allen, DK Metcalf, Dalton Schultz, and Darnell Mooney. Plus, you got Adam Thielen on the bench, MVS on the bench as well. James Robinson could be decent. Tua is not a bad buy low if he actually turns out to be able to throw the ball more than 10 yards. Joshua Palmer is a receiver for the Chargers. So was that the only reason you drafted him? You also not a lot of you drafted backup tight ends, which I respect, but I also am very concerned about. I like Harrison Bunker, but I don't really know if he's going to be that good anymore. Ethan, your team is literally the exact fucking same as like the past few seasons. You got Brady, you got Kamara, you got Mixon, you got Kittle. I don't need to go over it again. Just go watch last year's first episode. I go over the exact same things, so that's great. You got Daniel Carlson, though, and he doesn't suck. I learned that the hard way because I faced against it. The Ravens faced in week 1, and apparently he learned how to kick a field goal. So, yeah, I think that's everybody. All right, so with that, the power rankings are up. Now, these aren't power rankings. I didn't list all you guys in order, and if you want to know the order, it's literally just the final standings predictions. So I'm going to stick with that to start. Lance, if you're upset you're not 1, I don't care. Nick, if you're mad you're last, I don't care. Sam, if you're mad about anything, just go consult a therapist already. We aren't your therapy. And yeah, just, should be a pretty fun season, I think it should be pretty cool. I've had a lot of fun doing this over the past few years. The writing it down was honestly the part of it I think was really tough because honestly I just want to kind of speak into the void and just say my thoughts about these teams and these matchups. But yeah, I don't have much else to say here. Next week, I will definitely do a more cutthroat rankings. I won't have to go through individual players like I did today. So it's probably going to be a lot shorter. I'll probably just go wins and losses, matchups, funny moments of the week, and all that good shit. And yeah, might integrate some actual NFL footage. This might get copyright striked off YouTube, but that is a risk I'm willing to take, ladies and gentlemen, for you, and only you. 9 other people who watch this. Of course, anybody who comes across this. If you're coming across this and you're stumbling across this on YouTube, I have only one thing to say to you. Seek help. You're doing something wrong in life. Anyways, this has been your boy. I am B-Woods or Joey or B-Stream or fucking Backwoods or whatever you call me at this point. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Peace out.